Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the Viking Space Saga campaign of Stellaris. So this is the world map, if you want to call it as such, the galaxy I guess. It's rather large. And we're up here. Now we found our immediate neighbour, which is the Coalition of Gorfis. And we've plonked down a second settlement here, and we're in the process, I think it's just there, of building a outpost. I can't remember what they're called at the moment. Yes. Construction ship. What are they called? Frontier outpost. That's the word I couldn't think of. Which should hopefully block this route off and stop them coming around towards me. It's all a matter of whether there's anybody else around here. Now, warp and wormhole tech probably won't have the range to go between these, but FTL, hyperspace lanes, if there is a link, they can take it. So we kind of want to rush down there, see what's down there, and grab any of the good worlds. Equally, minerals are pretty important early game. Just having enough energy to function is usually enough. So I need to start getting some upgrades rolling. It's a shame Olimar's mostly, apparently, an energy place and research. But anyway, we've got some names in for the guys that weren't at the start of the stream. We've gone around and we've named some stuff. So all of my ship types now have various Norse-themed names. We've renamed the colony world, and the first fleet has a suitable name as well. Leaders will also be named. Vladimir Eriksson for now is close enough. I'm happy with that. We can't rename the heir just yet because he's not actually a person until he takes over. But we'll take suggestions from the chat because this is of course being live streamed for all of these sorts of things. So hopefully people watching will think of some nice ones they really like and keep them in their pocket for when somebody inevitably dies a painful death in space. Nobody hears them scream. Right. What were we up to? I've played like 20 hours of a different campaign since I last played this, so I'm a bit more informed than I was when I first did the 2 episodes. So let's get going and see what on earth I was messing up at the time. Alright, let's start by sending out the military fleet to scout these various things. In fact, I think we've already been to... No, that one's unknown, so we need to go there. And then we need to come to this one and see if we can kill whatever that is. I'm also going to bump the speed up a bit. I found in the other solo game I was playing, I actually spend most of the time on fastest. But for now, we'll just keep it on fast while I get to grips with what on earth I was up to. So there's my hydroponic farms done. What have we got? Naval capacity, blockers. We got toxic kelp on any of these worlds? And there's a couple. Not hugely debilitating. It's going to be a while before this grows to the point that I need to remove those. So I'm going to go for this monthly influence because getting that is important. As these guys die, they cost 50 each to replace, and that becomes a problem later. Alright, where's this enemy fleet? Oh, it's neutral to us. That's fine. Now, one thing I wanted to look at was what are the policies of my nation? So, war economy's fine, slavery's allowed, procreation for slaves is allowed, we're allowed to purge them as well. Only limited bombardment. That seems not particularly Viking-like. Let's push that up to full. We don't have to use it, we just have to be capable of it. We can do what we like to natives. We can not enlighten them. Well, if we want to enlighten them, I'm going to do it. I don't have to. Migration's prohibited, except we'll turn that to primary species only. Resettlements allowed, no voting. Leadership's primary only, and first contact is aggressive. Excellent. Alright, so my colony ships... Not colony ship, construction ship is tied up doing that frontier. We're waiting for the colony to finish. How are we doing on food in here? +1. So let's put our hydroponics down. We need more energy, so let's start clearing that. Get a power station down on it. There we go. That's nicely cut my empire off from the enemy influencing it too much. Gas giant, baron, gas giant, baron. Nothing really to worry about in there. I know what I haven't been doing. Science ship, get over here and survey. And you, get over here and survey. Right. Let's sort out my energy deficit. We've made a new contact. More people to the east of us. That's fine. Acceptable. Okay, I'm delighted to offer you cordial greetings from the nation of Zaiva. We have built a peaceful system of government. Well, we can change that. Under the supervision of a council led by coordinator Pazava Uvi Ipav. I hate these games for their naming. They're just meant to completely screw with me, I swear. Right, may your great species know nothing but peace. Our sacred arms shall not waver. Probably not what they wanted to hear, but never mind. So we've got mining. We could up that hydroponics, but I'm not going to. I'm tempted to leave that as a split one for the moment until I know which I actually need more of, which will be determined more by what other planets I find. He will drop on an undeveloped tile, but we're developing this one so we can shunt him across. I'm always keen to leave a couple of these open for things like entertainment centres and the special buildings that you end up putting on your capital world. Alright, so our survey ships are buzzing around, looking at what's going on in these various systems. Interesting, Matar was a system I colonised in my other game. Instruction ship. Can build me a wormhole station, please. We need to jump further to the great unknown, and you're the best place to do it.
Colony established.
There we go, colony done. What have we got? He's immediately dropping on there. That's quite a good tile. We're short on. That's sorted our energy out because we're no longer creating the colony. Let's bump a mine on there to exploit that because it's a nice 2 tile. And we'll leave it for a minute because it will take a while to grow. There you go, we're clearing out that tile. How's the food? That's fine.
Construction complete.
Where are you? Unfinished pot. Get up there, please. And power plant. What are you doing? Oh, he's... Okay, that's why he's taking so long. He hasn't got there yet. Alright, well... Ooh, the birth of space piracy. That's not good. Large group of faithless criminals from Midgard have illegally converted a number of civilian starships into weapons of war. Operating on the fringes of our space, these heretics have started calling themselves the Feral Grin. They're responsible for several attacks against civilian shipping lanes. Their profane activities must not be allowed to continue. The faithful shall prevail. That's going to mean I want more warships, because they are probably going to outnumber me at the moment. And then we've got to find where on earth they are. 20%.
Construction complete.
This will be them then. They've hopped straight in on Alfheim's system. Strength 82 and we're only strength 75.
Situation log updated. System survey complete.
Yeah, received a communique from a previously unknown spacefaring empire that called themselves the Hadadeshi Nation. That's a lot of syllables. They claim to have learned of our existence by listening in on the communications of another empire we are in contact with. Okay, Chancellor Japava is our elected representative, but in truth all citizens have a voice in our governments, or are they a proper democracy? We strive to better ourselves through technology, a desire we hope you will respect. We'll go with our sacred arms shall not waver again. And where are they?
Research complete.
Oh, there we go. They're between the other two nations. And they're pretty big. And overwhelmingly strong. Fortunately, they're explorers. They're a harmonious collective. And these guys are ruthless capitalists. This is one of the nations that gets to start stronger than you. They don't like my slavery policy, or my purge policy, or my spiritualist fools and collectivist tyrants. But that's gone well for me. Nothing like pissing off the neighbours. Let's throw an embassy at these guys. And we might as well put one on these as well. Just to try and pull that up as much as possible. That's our deflectors researched. Survey speed. Power plant boost. Or a bigger reactor for my ships. I'm going to go with the power plants. So these guys will head towards one of my stations.
Anomaly found. Construction complete.
Hang on. There are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization on this inhospitable rock. If they're not called the Asgard, I've got a problem. Why did they... Oh, they must have been over here somewhere. Right. We'll jump our fleet in, group them up. That gives me 100 strength. The station should weaken them a little bit.
Station under attack.
What does it... Oh no, it might not have defences. It says it does. In fact, we're almost winning. Get them, boys. Hang on. Let's magically recruit a commander mid-battle. Fire rate 20%. Sounds good to me. Koharu Amano.
Research complete.
Let's just sort the research out. Alright, we definitely want to reveal the Betharian stone, because that lets us know where to go and build stuff. Yeah, arguably getting the spaceports would be nice, but revealing special resources is pretty good, to be honest.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Oh, derelict Irasian ship. A derelict Irasian cruiser has been left forgotten for over 1 million years in close orbit around Nikor 2. The slowly spinning vessel shows no obvious signs of weapon damage and all escape pods remain accounted for. As would be expected, no power signatures can be detected from its hull. Remarkable, and we get a special project.
Situation log updated.
Yeah. It's not going quite so well for us. Okay, we now know without a doubt that the thriving biosphere is not something unique to Midgard. Both the scientific community and the public at large... Well, of course not. We've got a second world. The public at large are eager to learn more about various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalogue the life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable life-bearing worlds. Fair enough.
Situation log updated. Construction complete.
These are the health bars around the outside.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Nice backflip there.
Situation log updated.
Oh, Glenn Sykes has been promoted. On the ship that showed up at the end and did nothing to the combat. Shh. We won't say anything. Anyway, let's have a look at some of these projects we've got. What are they going to impact? So that will stop my Betharian power plant. That would stop my monthly influence. Sorry, Betharian power plant, and that would do the upgrades. Go on then. We can afford to stop those. And then let's send you here to research that. And then once this guy's finished doing his surveying, he can come research these bits of debris, which should boost my little projects along. And hopefully that repairs itself over time. Yes, it does. Good. Once he's done, we can have a go at that. Well, now where's there an enemy? Oh, okay. One of these weird space octopi. Oh, it's an enemy one. Good, you jump away. Don't attack my frontier outpost.
System survey complete.
Okay, construction ship.
Special project complete.
Oh, here we go. The crystalline entities, the name itself, a compromise between rival factions, xenobiologists and xenogeologists on Midgard, are most definitely alive. Some overtly conservative members of the human academic elite argue that they are silicate animate matter, and that they have little in common with biological life. The vast majority of the Odin's chosen's populace, that's a horrible use of, populace reject that regressive perspective, instead turning their eyes toward the fascinating new horizons that the crystalline entities represent. They are somewhat regrettably solitary beings, each individual crystal sovereign, rarely seen with more than one sentinel and a smaller cohort entity. Aside from the cohort and sentinel clearly being subservient to the sovereign of the group, the subtle nuances of the crystalline entities' social hierarchical relationships are lost on us, which does not stop these dynamics from being the subject of favoured study on Midgard. The entities do not seem to mate, and we have yet to observe any crystals that are recognisably older or younger than others. Contrary to any early hypothesis, the shifts in hue between individual crystalline entities seem to be related not to their age but to their latent internal charge, which can be violently unleashed, and it appears that if through sporadic fluctuations in this charge after the reactive... What? As if though sporadic fluctuations in this charge alter the refractive properties of the crystal. Find some practical use for this information now I've spent the last minute reading it. So we add the crystal sonar modifier to your empire, spend 30 energy to instantly survey any crystalline entity system when entered. Alright, let's have a look. How are you doing on the surface? You're making that pop, so that's fine.
Hostile fleet detected.
Where? Yeah, I really need to get my fleet boosted. That's a problem. Go on then. Let's build a couple more. Unfortunately, using all my resources up in the process.
Special project complete.
Space amoebas. The entities encountered by our fleet some time ago are space-borne forms of life. Quickly nicknamed Space Amoeba. Following a tactician's gross misreading of initial sensor output, the creature is in fact larger than the average human corvette. The creature displays aggressive behavior towards human ships, but further study is warranted. For example, we could exercise our martial prowess by swiftly executing the specimen and studying its remains. Given I seem to remember space amoebas have like 400 damage and we're nowhere near that, I'm going to go with the we'll observe them instead, please.
Log updated.
Let's just have my construction ship randomly bounce to these places. He'll run away if he runs into anything nasty.
Debris analyzed.
Alright, that's what we got from the debris of a battle. Or one of the bits anyway.
Construction complete.
And our spaceport has finished making ships. Let's have a quick design update to the Ula. Get some deflectors on it. And then set these guys to go upgrade themselves. Should boost their survivability a little bit.
Special project complete.
Okay, the team under Science Officer Walter von Fritsch has completed their expedition of Procyon 1 and returned to the VLS Copernicus. Thankfully, the Starship graveyard on the surface proved to be a technological treasure trove. Studying the remains of these vessels have advanced our research in certain fields by several years, and there are yet things to discover. A permanent science outpost in orbit would be a great boon to our Starship engineering efforts. So he gains 200 experience, and that planet gets +3 to the technology research, engineering research even. And then we just gain 120 of that research type anyway. Nice. How big was that world on Alpha Centauri? 18. Passable. Pretty good, actually. What about this one? 15.
Debris analyzed.
Probably don't want to go much below 15 for the moment.
Fleet.
What's an Olimar? Yeah, that's a tiny one. Size 8. That's a no.
Ships upgraded. Construction
Space Amoeba.
complete.
There you go. Ships are upgraded nicely. Okay, now we've got 2 anomalies here. Send you to do that one. And you to do that one. So the first one is, there appears to be deliberately crafted structures on the planet's surface pointing towards a past long forgotten. And the other one is, a small rectangular object on the surface of this planet is deflecting all scanning beams like a mirror. Our sensors are unable to determine its material composition.
Science ship under attack.
What? Oh. Hi, enemy space base. Found the pirates. Hit them. Hey, genius. Run this way. Get out of range. First off, we're going to go destroy their, what's it called? Wormhole generator? Bifrost gateway? Whatever you want to call it. to stop them escaping if they do happen to spawn more of themselves. Okay, the planet Casperdane 3 is a toxic wasteland. Our scans unveil that it has not always been so, and now extinct civilization seems to have destroyed its home planet via a heavy reliance on climate-altering fuels and toxins. I wonder what they're trying to hint at there. On a remote hill close to a major city, we have found a lone active facility. A robot assembly plant, desolated and surrounded by military vehicles so deteriorated they break upon touch. The facility is alien and mysterious, but could provide us with ample study material. Okay. Gives access to the Improved Energy Initiative Empire Edict. And adds the Fallen Robotics Society modifier. +5 research. We're doing well on those. What's this Empire Edict? Let's have a look. Improved Energy Initiative. Research speed for industry and materials goes up. Happiness goes up, but it costs us 0.8 of this a month to maintain. Well, we won't use it for now, but it's something to keep an eye on.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Blast it, boys, blast it! Yeah, you show that undefended thing who's boss.
Research complete.
Alright, who was this one? Okay, let's use you. Go do that. And this one should be able to go home and repair now. Hopefully via a sensible route. We'll watch him carefully. Yes, good. Alright, let's see if we can take this out now. I'm sure we're going to lose some ships in the process. Ah, another plus monthly influence. Although border range... What's survey data do? Allows us to view other empires' survey data on planets within their borders. No, I'm going to go for the monthly influence. Lets me throw up more frontier outposts if I need to comfortably.
Hostile fleet engaged.
So we now have the shield ring around the health ring. I suspect we'll lose this Corvette. Unfortunately, I don't think you can retreat a single ship out. The other one should survive.
Situation log updated.
Job done. Alright, come back here and research this. And you guys go home and repair. Okay, while conducting surface scans of Olimar-1, science officer, that person, and the crew of the VLS Coldwell discovered what appears to be an artificially carved slab of rock covered in alien writing. They have not detected any other signs of alien activity on the planet, and exactly how this mural came to be here is a mystery. We've prepared a special project to translate the text.
Situation log updated.
Okay. Go. Alright, I've got lots of juicy resources. Let's have a look on my planets. I'm going to unlock the energy tile. How are we doing over here? Let's put a hydroponics down on there for the next pop after this one. Scumby's asking, what does the robot arm want? I'm not sure what he's asking, what he's talking about. Yeah, that's our power plant upgrade done. We get solar panel network, which is an upgrade for the stations above your systems. Colony development speed. That might be a good one to have this early on in the game. In my other game, I didn't get this till a lot later. The whole time the colony's developing, you're losing energy. Well, you're like, I think it's -5. So having that finish quicker will be good.
Construction complete.
Right. We've got some spare resources, so let's have the construction ship and build all the mining stations up there, which will get us 5 energy and 1 mineral. How are we doing? Only -63 now. Oh, and they're fighting with these guys. Well, not fighting, they've declared rivals. They're not happy with each other, basically.
Construction complete.
Alright, inactive building. Yeah. So
Special project complete.
We've built a building and nobody's there to use it. It's because I'm preempting things. Yay. We've managed to partially translate the alien mural discovered on Olimar 1. The text contains a staggering amount of data, and the mural evidently serves as some sort of low-tech library. It describes in broad terms the collected technological knowledge of an alien civilization that dominated this region of the galaxy some 80 million years ago. A lot of it is already known to us, but the data does contain several promising leads of technology we have yet to consider. There is enough data here to keep our scientists busy for decades. But there's not much here, but we can be busy for decades. Yeah, sure, great, okay. Okay, but we have need of an orbital research facility to continue translation efforts. It gets +2 to all research types. Seems the game's going, hey, you need a bonus to research.
Debris analyzed.
Let me give you all of them bonuses to research. Alright. Off we go to survey again, please. Yeah, the robot arm's telling me that I've built this and there's nobody using it, but I've got no pops I really want to drop in there. We don't need that bonus food, we're already in positive. So the loss of the 1 mineral I'd get from dragging him up there is not worth it. So the robot arm can stay and just be annoying. I'm going to bump it up to fastest. We can always keep pausing, it's solo play. Multiplayer will be a different kettle of fish, because you don't get to pause in multiplayer really. Not when there's lots of you. You have to kind of just go, hey guys, look, no pausing unless it's a trapeze deal or something serious. It's going to be asked, did the wormhole station leave a corpse? We'd have the little timed projects
Anomaly
circle
found.
thing pop up here if that was the case.
System survey complete.
Yay, by chance we stumbled upon a faint alien signal during the survey of this moon. The source appears to be a small object in orbit. The signal contains no message. Could it be a distress transponder? Only a 5% risk chance. Go find out. Okay, I'm still tempted to keep boosting my minerals if I've got any more. Just because the investing minerals in it, you know, that pays back over time. So the earlier I get it up, the quicker I'm in profit. Mummified pilot. The mummified remains of a single individual belonging to a previously unknown mammalian species have been found drifting in high orbit over Talan 2A. The being is dressed in what appears to be a flight suit complete with a helmet, and maybe a fighter pilot ejected in some ancient... What? Oh, yeah, okay. I thought it was a ship. No, never mind. Saying he ejected when we found a ship didn't make any sense to me. So ejected in some ancient battle only to be forgotten and left behind. Our study of the corpse has provided some interesting data. A tragic fate. Somehow we gained 60 society research from that. Make society great again. Research mummified people.
Anomaly found.
Impressive structures. Litter. Debux. 8 surface. Practically begging for some archaeological work. 0 risk. Well, that's a...
Research complete.
Oh. Aha, Betharian. Has been revealed. Do we have any? No. Now we can get robots, ion thrusters, missiles, nano composite armor. This one will stay. We've got a bit of research towards it. This will probably be from one of the debris things we picked up. Now I'm going to go with robots for the simple purpose that you can build them when you make a new colony. So let me show you. So we've got a new colony here, and we're having to wait for these pops to grow, and it takes time. And we've got unused mineral slots. And what you can do is at the same time as these growing, you could chuck robots in there, because robots are really good at getting minerals. They're pretty terrible at everything else. And then when you no longer, you know, need the robots, you can disassemble them. So it's a useful thing to have if you want to rapidly colonize places. Also, I think you can make robot armies. Yay, someone got promoted. One of my scientists, Walter von Fritsch, is up to level 4. The Edic Monolithic. Debux 8 is uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, but not unvisited. Its surface is littered with tall cenotaphs carved from some mineral not native to the planet, evidently placed here by some artistically inclined spacefaring race. The monolith's flowing lines deftly chart a history so fantastical it must surely be fiction. Surely. So you can imagine them for the image them for the archives and get 120 tech research, or they are beautiful. Make digital reproductions of the monoliths widely available in our empire. I'm more inclined to go with that just because I want to see what it does. Few seconds. Okay, the annotated reproductions of the monolithic imagery found on Debux have proved immensely popular in the Odin's Chosen. Many citizens state that the fantastical annals have completely changed how they feel about aliens. 6 pops gain the xenophile ethic. Okay.